No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taken in at the 22. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Now he's flushed out left. They still can't get it. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
And goal to go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The veteran Rasul Douglas able to break that one up. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Raiders have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive and a 3-and-out on that 1st drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that 1st drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a 2nd opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you
blitz coming and down he goes.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Tua again. This is Howard. Very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Taken down.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and...
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it go again. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
With the score.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That is caught by a rookie from Bama. It's Henry Ruggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Right side here, and that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
2nd and 4. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for Panda.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offense once again, and they're running back Jordan Howard. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And a completion to Wilson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, touchdown number 18 on the year, and the Raiders add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
If he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the end.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
A gain of 10 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
At their own 6.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Brought down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Byron Jones on the coverage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're calling Williams on the slope. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol from the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are frightening.
The ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
I certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
At the 35-yard line.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
At the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
First down pass.
A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have coach said, pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Todd Gurley with a touchdown run. From there, let's get to Detroit to check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Kerryon Johnson has a touchdown run. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And that game's gone to the half, all tied at 3 apiece. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do.
This is caught at the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play that time for the Raiders. 61 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders defense getting ready. Their coordinator has to like what he has seen so far, and you, as a former defensive guy, you have to like what you've seen from this crew.
The way that they're playing this half, whether it's adjustments, changes, or just simply picking up the pace and playing to their potential, it is fun to see when a defense has an offense in check.
They've got him in check so far here.
25-yard line.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, it's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
A gain of
so here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, this is Howard. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And he hits him in stride. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 24 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And his guys are going to take over at the 41-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On first down, it's Jacobs.
Number 28, Josh.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And it's caught. And they'll take it into the end zone for the Raider touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Extra Carlson up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to pass. Tua. That'll be complete to Breida. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Complete to Matt Breida.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
10-yard line.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 57 yards. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do? Sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Take it all the way to the 2. 33 yards that time. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Tua now on first down. Able to find Shaheen here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Tua going to throw. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And this team just continues to win football games. They're well on their way to another victory here. And that 16-0 season starting to come into focus. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. There's that man again. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
This is overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 2 and now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
One final try for Tagovailoa. And it will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Score Raiders.
Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.